Good morning and welcome to the sim. Let's power up and do some initial checks before getting seated. Battery power on. We have ground power. Just turn that on. Then we can do airspeed warning 1 and 2. Stall warning and stick shaker 1 and 2. That's okay. Okay, let's get seated. While we're moving the seat, let's check the crossfeed. That's okay. And ADFS lights. They're working. Test all the annunciators. Everything seems to be working. Takeoff config. Good. Let's also put the IRS in nav. Okay, before we start the APU, we need to test the fire system. And we have fault in up. That's okay. And overheat fire. That's okay. And let's just test the cargo as well. Okay, then we are ready to start the APU. Let's turn on aft left fuel pump and start the APU. While we're waiting for the APU to start up, we can do the rest of the overhead. Just turn on the yaw damper and window heat, turn on the hydraulics, and we forgot to put the position to steady. That's done now. Okay, with everything out of the way, let's look at today's flight. We are currently situated at Værnes Airport, gate 33. The airport serves the city of Trondheim, famous among other things for its cathedral. Our destination is Tromsø, far north in Norway. The time is currently 10 in the morning, and the flight plan will have us land at Tromsø around noon. However, due to it being winter and Tromsø being situated north of the polar circle, we will be flying into the polar night. For this flight, I'm also using BeyondATC with the traffic injection to bring life to the simulator and to practice my workflows and radio handling, as I'm planning to fly on VATSIM with the simulator in the near future. Let's do the pre-flight checklist. Oxygen, we don't have any. Navigation and display transfer switches are all normal and auto. Window heat is on. Pressurization mode selector is auto. Flight instruments, heading and altimeters are the same. Parking brake is set. Engine start levers are cut off. Pre-flight checklist complete. Then let's look at the charts and tune the ATIS. 127.55.
Værnes AD Airport Information Foxtrot 09006 Zulu. Wind variable. Temperature 04. Dew point -09. QNH 099
That's good. Let's tune
VFR
ground.
conditions.
121.
Landing and departing
6.
runway 09. Transition levels.
Turn on some background light here.
Scandinavian 336. Gate 39 taxi via Alpha 5, Yankee.
Gate 39 taxi via Alpha 5, Yankee, Scandinavian 336.
Let's call for clearance. Værnes ground Nordic 475 with information Foxtrot. Request IFR clearance through Tromsø.
Nordic 475, Værnes ground. Thanks for information Foxtrot. Expect runway 09, ease 1 Alpha departure. Initial climb to 6,000 feet. Squawk 0201.
Expect the runway 09er, NIGEX 1 Alpha departure. Initial climb 6,000 feet. Squawk 0201, Nordic 475.
Nordic 475, read back correct. Call me back when ready for pushback or engine start.
we'll call for push and start Nordic 475. Okay, 6,000 feet is correct. It's 0201 in the squawk code. The EGX 1 alpha departure is what we have already programmed, so that's okay. Okay, let's do the before start checklist before we call for push and start. Flight deck doors are closed and locked. Fuel is 6 tons and block fuel is 5.9. That's okay. Passenger signs are on. Windows are locked. MCP 140, 086 and 6000. Takeoff speeds 133, 134 and 140. CD pre-flight is complete. Red radar trim 3 and 0. Taxi and takeoff briefing complete. Anti-collision light is on. Okay. Let's call for push. Let's call for push and start. Minus ground Nordic Force 475. Request push and start.
Nordic 475, Vans ground. Pushback and engine start approved. Face west.
Push and start approved. Face west, Nordic 475. We are not able to face west, but that's not normally what they do. At Varnes, they normally push straight back and then turn without the tug. Okay, menu, maintenance, put that on legs, ground service. Okay, request pushback. Okay, let's start number 2. Okay, M2, 20. I'm on the spinning. We have oil pressure and ignition. Okay, let's stop the push here. Set the parking brake. Okay. And stable HT. Okay, one good start. Starting number 1. Okay, 2 good starts. Generators on. Probe heat on. APU bleed off. Let's set the packs and isolation valve to auto. Start switches to continuous. Turn this one on. Arm the throttle. Flaps 5. Check for recall. Nothing. Let's do. Check the flight controls. Right. Left. Down. Up. And rudder right. Rudder left. All are free. Let's do the before taxi checklist and then call for taxi. Generators are on. Probe heat is on. Anti-ice is not required. Isolation valve is auto. Engine start switches are continuous. Recall checked. Auto brake is RTO. Flaps 5. Let's double check that. Yeah. Engine start levers, idle detent, flight controls have been checked. Ground equipment is clear. Let's call for taxi. Minus ground, Nordic 475, request taxi to the active.
Nordic 475, runway 09 a taxi via Yankee, Alpha 3, Alpha, Alpha 2.
Taxi to the runway 09 via Yankee, Alpha 3, Alpha, Alpha 2, Nordic 475. That's a bit strange, but we'll make it work. Okay, let's taxi. Brakes are working.
Nordic 475, contact Vans Tower 119.4.
Contact minus tower 119.4, Nordic 475. Minus tower, Nordic 475, holding short, runway 09er.
Nordic 475, Vens Tower, wind variable, runway 09er, cleared for takeoff.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 09er, Nordic 475. Okay, let's line up. And do the before takeoff checklist. We have flaps 5, trim is... let's check the trim really quickly. 6.44. Let's quickly correct that. Okay, trim set. Cabin secure. Before takeoff checklist complete. Very nice to do checklists to catch things like that. Okay, let's go. We are stable. Set takeoff thrust. Okay, takeoff thrust set. Airspeed live. Ease back on the pressure. We have 80 knots. Throttle hold. One. Let's rotate. Bus rate, gear up.
Nordic 475, contact Vens departure 118.6.
Managed departure 118.6, Nordic 475. Managed departure, Nordic 475, climbing through 3,000 feet.
Nordic 475, Vens departure identified. Climb to flight level 180.
Climb flight level 180, Nordic 475. Okay, let's engage autopilot, flaps up. And let's do after takeoff checklist. Engine bleeds are on, packs are auto, landing gears up and off, flaps up, no lights, after takeoff checklist complete.
Nordic 475, cleared direct non-RU, cross non-RU at or above 5,000 feet, cleared ILS runway 18.
Cleared direct non-RU, cross at or above 5,000 feet, cleared ILS runway 18, Nordic 475. Okay, lights on. Okay, we're cleared for the ILS. The direct nodder is what we're doing, so that's okay. Let's check flaps 1. Armed approach. Fly. Yes. Get these ones out of the way.
Nordic 475. Contact Tromsø Tower 118.3.
Contact Tower 118.3, Nordic 475. This is multitasking. Tromsø Tower, Nordic 475, established ILS runway 18.
Nordic 475, Tromsø Tower, wind 190 at 18, runway 18 cleared to land.
Cleared to land, runway 18, Nordic 475. Okay, let's arm the speed brakes. Start switches are already continuous. Let's drop the gear.
Mocha 1 Bravo departure. Squawk 0343. Wide row 938. Wide row 938. Read back correct. Call me back when ready for pushback or engine start. Wilco, wide row 938. Wide row 938. At stand 18, request pushback.
Landing lights out, roll. Transmode. Nordic 475, request taxi to assigned gate.
Nordic 475, ramp 17 taxi via Alpha, Yankee.
Alpha Yankee to gate 177, Nordic 475. Park brake set. Welcome to Tromsø Airport, Langnes, in the middle of the day. Hope you enjoyed the flight. Thanks for watching.